Hi, I'm meteorologist Rich Marriott, and boy, another hot day headed our way today. This should be the last of our heat wave, which really kicked in on Sunday, and we're going to be looking for those temperatures over much of the area to be at their hottest today. We did kind of peak out up there around some of the northern counties, around areas up towards Whatcom County. In fact, hit 89 degrees in Bellingham at the airport there, which is unusually hot for them. They're going to cool a little bit, but once you get down towards Snohomish County and southward, we're going to be looking for temperatures to probably crank up a couple degrees today and really peak out anywhere from the upper 80s into the low to mid 90s, which is a very hot day around Puget Sound. One of the places that's going to be a little bit cooler is right there on the shores of the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Temperatures should only get into the mid 70s there around the Port Angeles area. And you can see there in Bellingham, they'll be cooling off from that near 90-degree reading they had yesterday, probably into the low to mid 80s today. And see, it's looking pretty nice. Blue sky and blue water looking pretty attractive. There's been a lot of boat traffic out of the harbor, as you might expect. Checking the Columbia Tower Cam, you can see a little bit of that wildfire smoke haze that we've been seeing coming out of that fire by Lake Cushman. It continues to kind of impact our visibility, but not impact our air quality very much. So it's a good trade-off to have that. And taking a look out at Westport, you can see a little hint of some of that wildfire smoke. And we have seen some offshore winds kind of blow that out of the Olympics and out towards the coastal areas this morning. However, we're going to be switching to onshore as we head towards later on today. That is going to blow that out of there and pretty much clean it out of western Washington as we head towards later today, and especially as we head into tomorrow. Looking at those temperatures overnight, the low temperatures actually got a little bit cooler than they did yesterday morning. They dropped down to 66 degrees out of the airport. Yesterday it only dropped down to 69 degrees, which set the record for the warmest low temperature for August 11th. But today they cooled a little bit more, but unfortunately that is going to prevent them from getting just a little bit warmer today. Our first alert 7-day forecast, you can see last hot day, first alert weather day today. Because of that, we are going to be looking for a big cool down as we head towards Wednesday. 10 to 20 degree cooling for most of the high temperatures tomorrow, and then staying in the comfortable range it looks like on through the weekend. And importantly, we might even get some significant rain as we head towards Friday. And it's been a while since we've gotten a good wetting rain, and that one might be our first one for since maybe back in May. First alert weather day on through 10 o'clock tonight because of those hot temperatures this afternoon in the 80s to the low to mid 90s. Hottest is going to be roughly from about Seattle southward down to the South Sound and then out towards the Cascade foothills. It's where you're going to see those hottest temperatures as usual. There will be a little relief right there along the Washington coast and right on the shores of the Strait and up in the San Juans today, but everybody else having a pretty hot day. National Weather Service has a heat advisory in place for most of western Washington until 10 o'clock tonight, and east of the Cascades, on the east slopes of the Cascades, they have a heat advisory out there until 8 o'clock tonight. They're looking for some triple-digit temperatures over there on the east side of the Cascades. We do have some warm evenings and actually a clear evening tonight, so a chance to get out and watch the peak of the Perseid meteor shower. It can be up to 25 to 75 meteors in an hour, but this year we do have some bright moonlight. Just past full moon, it's rising between about 9 and 10 o'clock, and with that, we are going to be looking for that to probably drown out some of the dimmer meteors, so you won't see quite as many, but still, it's a very active shower, and it frequently has some fireballs, which you'll be able to see even with the moonlight. And even though they were their closest yesterday and this morning, they'll still be very close together in the morning sky. Jupiter and Venus, easy to pick out. They're the brightest planets in the sky, so you'll pick those out very easily. Take a look at the satellite image. You can see that smoke from the Bear Gulch fire there kind of spreading out towards the coast, and also some coming down off of Vancouver Island. But if we take a look at the smoke models, you can see that stays pretty much out there along the coast and then starts to get blown away as we head towards later on today. So looking pretty much at good air quality everywhere as we head towards this afternoon around Puget Sound. So good news there. In our extended forecast, so today sunny and hot. Those temperatures in the 80s to low to some mid 90s. Tomorrow we drop way off, mid 70s. It's going to be a partly sunny day. We'll be looking for more clouds moving in on Thursday. In fact, only some sun breaks. Showers should move in later in the day on Thursday. Right now, Friday looks like a wet day. We could see anywhere from a quarter to maybe a half an inch of rain total out of this front that moves through on Friday, and highs only struggling up into the upper 60s, it looks like. As we head into Saturday, decreasing showers, should see clearing during the day. High temperatures in the low 70s. Looks like maybe a lingering shower Sunday, just a couple of showers left over in mid 70s. Then as you head back to work, it looks like sunshine in mid 70s Monday, and it looks like we'll be staying mostly in those 70s on through the following week.